Hello there. Today I have another stream build. Probably the second to last for a while, and this is what was his name? Powerchain. Yeah, Powerchain. His placeholder name was Buzzsaw, but his real name is Powerchain, and this build was suggested by Buzzsaw. So here he is in his unique Jeep mode. It's not really based off of any type of vehicle in real life. Honestly, I think this is the better of the two modes, but that's just me personally. For once, I actually favor the alt mode instead of the robot mode. But yeah, we do have some room back here, like a Jeep would have, so that you can store some stuff in there, like a Soundwave cassette and the Matrix. Oh, this guy's a Decepticon, so I think he'd only really be carrying Soundwave and not the Matrix. So yeah, there he is with Soundwave in there. And he also has a wheel on the back, kind of like a Transformers Prime Breakdown reference. I just made a note to myself to use Transformers Prime Breakdown for an inspiration for this guy. It's kind of hard to tell, but I guess you'll see with one detail in robot mode. So before we get there, though, let's go to the comparisons. Also, I want to mention that I don't know if these are sirens. I kind of just added them there for robot mode. I guess you can imagine them as sirens. I don't know. Lego stuff. Scratch that. I almost forgot about Transformers 1 Bumblebee. About 9 studs long and like 6 studs wide, and about 4, maybe 3.5 studs tall. Probably 4 because of this piece back here. And also, oh yeah, I guess this is another feature of the Jeep. The back can open up like that. It barely functions, but it does that. The back opens up. So yeah, and here's with the core class Ironhide. I think they're basically like the same size. Yeah. Alright, now for the transformation into his robot mode. First thing you're going to do, you're just going to move these panels out. Then you're going to swivel them around. Move that down, and then move the foot to the side. Same thing on the other side. Once you've got the legs done, this is the part where you would swivel this entire cab section around. And this is the part I was talking about being inspired by Transformers Prime Breakdown. The wheel kind of just accordions to become his backpack. And then right here, we could take the wheels off. You don't need to take them off. But they are weapons in robot mode, and it's just easier. So I'll just take those off right now. So you're going to move these out to the side. Oh, there goes its head. And then right here, you would move that panel down like so. Swivel this up like so. And then move that down. And then swivel that piece around. There you go. That's an arm done. Alright, so here is Powerchain in his full robot mode. Let me adjust the camera. And yeah, here he is in his full robot mode. I put the wheels there. They're in the same exact spot. Or the same place they tapped in. Like I said, it would just be easier if I took them off during transformation. But it is very possible to do it with the wheels on. Anyway, yeah, here's the robot mode. One main thing I do not like about it is that the arms are a little bit short for my liking. But the already kind of has a Bayverse aesthetic, and you know, Bayverse characters have some really weird proportions, especially the Constructicons from Revenge of the Fallen. And this guy also really looks like Ratchet in vehicle mode. But yeah, wasn't meant to look like a Bayformer, but it does, and I guess that's my excuse for the arms being short. In reality, it was just that there wasn't really any room left to engineer a full arm to transform out of the front of the vehicle, so this is the best I could do. And here's without those on because he's going to use them like 2007 Barricade, and or just Bayverse Barricade in general. and they actually come off to become some wheel buzzsaw weapons. And I think that's why his name was originally Buzzsaw. And also, it also makes his arms a little bit longer, so that's why I like to, if I were to keep this, I would display like this. Of course, I have to take him apart for other builds, but if I were to keep him, this is how I'd display him because it looks cooler and his arms are more proportionate. So, yeah. And, what else? Articulation. Head can move all the way around, although it is very tight. Shoulder is basically on a universal joint, although the outward joint really happens at the transformation joint. So he can still, move his arm outward, but only really that much, or that much. Yeah, you have to articulate a lot of joints at the shoulder because his arms transform weird. You can also articulate how his shoulder pads transform. You can do something like this, which I think looks pretty cool. You can also do something like this. Honestly, there's a lot of things you can do with the shoulder pads that look pretty cool. I think I'm going to keep him like this for the rest of the video. So, going back to articulation, his elbow bend is a little bit above 90, and he does have that bicep swivel. Or what is that? I don't know what that is. This is his bicep up here, it would be. But no, below his shoulder and above his elbow. I don't know. This swivels due to transformation, and his, I guess you could call it wrist swivel, but anyway, yeah, his buzzsaw weapon also does that. Then just moving the arms out of the way. Oh yeah, right. Show this? Yeah, I already showed that. Moving that out of the way, he does technically have a waist swivel, but you do have to move his backpack out of the way. Of course, this is totally due to transformation. So, yeah, he can still do it. It's just that, like I said, his backpack needs to move out of the way for it to work. And then, he has a universal at the hips because on ball joints, kick back that far, kick back not too much because he kind of has a beer belly, and kicks out about that far. And then a ball joint at the knee so that it can swivel and do about a little bit over 90-degree knee bend backward and forward. If you heard my phone vibrate while recording, that's a notification. So that might be in the video disrupting something. But I'm going to keep it in because I'm already too far into the review. So anyway, foot can move back that far. Foot cannot move forward at all. You can do this with the foot, which looks weird. So I wouldn't do that. And then, of course, he has an ankle pivot. Just like that. It is a very good ankle pivot. And he has some really big, clunky clown feet. So it's really good to stand. Also, you keep seeing that his waist keeps coming off. That's just due to how he has to transform. With the jumper plate making his entire upper torso swivel and stuff, it kind of just has to be like that. So, yeah. So anyway, this is him in a random pose I just made up right now. It still kind of looks weird to me. Here he is next to Lego stuff. Here he is next to core class. And he is about 11 studs tall, and I will see you guys next time.